Okay, y'all, so welcome back to my channel. We're going to hot right in with brows, and we're using the Maybelline brow pencil. Now when I fill in my brows, I start off by just filling in the bottom half of my brows. I don't fill in the top part of my brows until I am done with all the foundation, powders, concealer, everything, because I feel like it always gets in my brows and I have to touch them up anyway. So I just fill in the bottom half of my brows first and then clean it up and then go on with the rest of my makeup. So I like to just fill them in lightly, draw a line at the bottom, and then just brush it through the brow, not to get a brow that's too dark and too harsh. So make sure you brush that product through. So now I'm going to take my two favorite MAC concealers and my MAC, I forget which brush this is, it's really flat and really thin to clean up my brows. And I sped the video up, but I'm really taking my time with this step. Next, I'm just going to go ahead and blend all that concealer onto the eyelids. I do this even when I'm not applying eyeshadow. It just creates a more even base. So even if I'm not applying shadow, I always just blend my concealer onto my lids. And you always want to make sure you're pressing and not swiping anything when you do your makeup, especially like any liquid products. Now for primer, I use two primers. One, they're both by Touch and Soul. I think that's how you pronounce it. They're like a Korean brand, I believe. And one is like a serum and one is more like a lotion. They're both pore primers, pore filling primers. So I do use both. I like to have a smooth base. Now once I'm done my primer, I'm going to go ahead and with foundation, I use the Beauty Bakery foundation in my Juvia's Place. The Juvia's Place is a little bit darker. I like to use a foundation that's a little bit deeper than my skin tone, so when I highlight it doesn't look crazy. And I like to apply the foundation in places where I need the most coverage first and then blend out. So now for what makes my makeup last all day, I go in with the Makeup Revolution Sport Fix Spray. It's a setting spray. It makes your makeup last if you do it this way. Spray in between steps. So now I'm going to take this foundation brush and just press all of that into my skin. Remember, do not swipe. Just press it into the skin. And to touch base on that Makeup Revolution spray, I spray that in between like my foundation, my concealer. It really helps to lock in your makeup even longer. So now I'm just going to go ahead and color correct. I don't use an orange concealer. I just use one that's a little bit deeper than my skin tone, or I'll use one with a orange undertone, like the Fenty, I think it's 450. That one has a really orange undertone. I like that one as well. I like to just do my eyes and like around my mouth. Alright, now it's time to highlight. I like to use my Tarte, I believe it's Tan Sand or Tan Deep Sand. I cannot remember. I will post it if you would like me to. But yeah, go ahead and put that under my eyes, bridge of my nose, forehead, upper lip, and chin area. And I don't blend my concealer out right away. I like to let it sit a little bit. The tackier it gets, the more coverage you will get. And also it won't spread like all over your face and you have to do extra work. So let your concealer get a little bit tacky and then blend it out. And you want to make sure when you're applying your concealer, you're applying it very even. That'll determine how it blends out. I'm going to take my Fenty concealer just to add a little bit more brightness. I like my under eye to be a little bit like nice and bright. So now I'm going to take my Juvia's Place foundation stick and go ahead and contour my cheekbones, forehead, jawline, you know. And I will be blending out that contour before I blend out the highlighted areas. But I'm also going to spray my face again with the Sport Fix spray. It's the extra hold. So now I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush and just go ahead and press that contour into the skin. I play too much. And again, make sure you're pressing and not swiping. Swiping will only take the product away. You want to keep the product on your face and press it in place to blend it. It'll blend itself. It's all about technique, tools, mostly technique though, and your products. Alright, so what I like to do before I let the concealer dry too much, I do like to blend out the edges so that way I don't really have any harsh lines. You can go in with your sponge or your little concealer brush, which I am using, the one I use for my eyebrows, and blend out those edges. I don't touch like directly under the eye or in the center of the concealer, just the edges. Alright, now I'm going to blend out the highlighted areas with a damp beauty blender. Damp, not wet. You always want to make sure you wring out all of that excess water. And you don't want to press too hard. It looks like I'm pressing hard, but I'm really not. You want to lightly press and just literally, it blends out so easy when you let it dry and get a little tacky. Like it's just literally a few taps and look at my forehead. You just want to go ahead and make sure you blend that out really well before you set those areas. You don't want to have any creases before you set the face. Now, you want to go over those harsh lines with the foundation brush, with the foundation residue, not adding any more foundation to the brush. Just lightly press over all the edges to get a more seamless blend. And I like to contour my nose, but I don't like to do a harsh contour, so I just literally use whatever's left on that contour brush, and I just go down the sides of my nose and the tip of my nose. Now it's time to set. Today I use the Laura Mercier setting powder in translucent, and I like to bake, but I like to preset. Presetting will prevent the powder from clinging onto like wet spots, so if you preset, you'll get a more even bake, if that makes sense. So lightly preset, what you do is you sit the powder there and then you just press it into the skin until it's gone. And then you can go in and bake. If you go in and bake directly on wet concealer, it'll like stick and look, I don't know, it just doesn't look good. And I set the entire face. Now it's time to bake. I like to bake because I don't really get as oily as I used to, but it just makes it look super flawless under my eye. I was really into this movie that I was watching, and I kept looking at the TV. So I'm sorry, y'all. And then I just like to take the excess powder and just press it into my smile lines and the rest of my face. Not really a lot, just whatever is like excess left on my hand. And on the sponge, I just press it into my skin. Now I'm going to clean up that contour with a darker color, which is my Honey, I believe, from Fenty Beauty. You can clean up your contour with the Laura Mercier. I just really like the color of the shade Honey from Fenty Beauty when I use it to clean up my contour. I like it a lot. I'm so into this movie, y'all. Oof. Okay, so now to bronze, I use the Fenty Mocha Mami bronzer. And I like to do it in what I call a 3 shape. And I just like to tap it, especially around my forehead. I like my cheeks to be really, really bronze, my forehead to be like lightly bronze, like not too much on the forehead. But I love like a good cheek bronze. Like I love that. So I go light on my forehead and I OD on my face, like on my cheeks. I don't know why. I just have a habit of that. And literally you just go in a 3 shape. Sorry, y'all, that was my phone. Now I'm going to go ahead and press that powder away. I like to sweep the powder away with pressed powder in the shade that I use to highlight. It just ensures that you won't get any flashback and that it sweeps away really, really well, and it adds more coverage. Now you can skip this step, and if you use a good powder, you won't get flashback. Like Laura Mercier never gives me flashback, but I like the coverage that the MAC Studio Fix powders give. So that's why I use it, and it's the perfect color of my highlight. And yeah, I like how it looks in photos. So that's what I do. I kind of like press sweep. I don't know how to explain that. And then I use a skin tone powder to dust that contour powder away and set the rest of my face. Now, I'm telling y'all, powders are your friend. Do not be afraid of powders. It might look like a lot of powder, but in the end, it's going to look good. Clearly, you see more bronzer. I told y'all. I OD. I have a problem. I really do. I really have a problem. Oh my God. Look at me. I even think I used a different bronzer. I used the Makeup Revolution powder. It's like a deeper tone. It's more of like, yeah, it's deeper. It's more, not deeper, more pigmented. The Fenty is like a really good buildable bronzer, but that Makeup Revolution, baby, please go light, because that thing is pigmented. And it's only $12 for that super huge pan. Time for blush. I forget the name of it, but I love a good orange blush on like my skin tone. It's a MAC blush. It's an orangey blush, so I like to use that. I used to hate blush, but now now that I know the right tones to use on myself, I love it. So now I'm going to go right in, see, and finish the brows. And it's super, super easy to do it this way, y'all. I'm telling y'all. I do not clean up the top of my brows. I never have, and I will not start now. I clean up the bottom, and then that's how I do my brows. And they still come out just as crisp, as clean as everybody else's brows with all that extra concealer on top. I don't even do that to my clients. Only time I might do that to my clients is if their brows are like super ungroomed and I gotta do a lot of cleaning up, and yeah. Other than that, I don't do that step. I skip that step. Like, look at my brows. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up these brows. If you made it this far, I appreciate it. Appreciate you for staying tuned. Thank you so much. Boom, bam. Brows looking good. Period. Okay. What am I doing? Oh, so right now I'm just adding some bronzer in my crease. So when I don't do eyeshadow looks, I love to add some bronzer in my crease to just give a little bit of definition and to look like I tried. Honestly, and it just looks good. I applied my highlight off camera because my mom called and yeah, she came up. So now the mascara I'm using is the Huda Beauty. Shout out to my brother who got me this for Christmas. I'm just putting on some mascara before I apply my falsies. If you don't wear falsies, this is a really good mascara because it has two sides, one for volume and one for length. And this is the Huda Beauty liner that he also got me. And I'm going to do a small wing. I don't really like how big wings look on me because my eyes are so small. So I just do like a small wing just to give myself a little bit of a cat eye. But yeah, super huge wings. I mean, unless I'm doing like a dramatic look, but for natural look, huge wings just never look good on me. I mean, yeah. So I'm going to line my lips now. First of all, I could not find my liner. I usually use chestnut or cork, but I also do this from time to time. I use a liquid lipstick when I know I'm going to be out for a while. I'm going to be eating and drinking and doing whatever. The liquid lipstick, this is a MAC liquid lipstick in chocolate teas or something like that. It lasts really long and it lines your lips really well. This is a nude from Anastasia Beverly Hills. God, I don't remember the name. I'm terrible. I pop it in the center, blend it out. And then I think I add another nude from Morphe on top of this. This is more of a pinky nude. The other nude is more like a nude, but it's really pretty. I just add it on top. I love my nudes. Anybody that knows me knows I love my nudes. And you just blend that out. I wish I would have like fixed my lips a little bit, but whatever. Now I'm gonna take my Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Diamond something. I think that's the shade. I'm not sure, but yeah, Fenty Gloss on the lips. Love it. Period. I'm feeling myself. Now I'm gonna take my Morphe setting spray to set my face. This really like melts all the makeup and it makes it like look really skin like. So get you some of this Morphe setting spray. I love that too. Now I applied my lash glue to my lashes, so yeah, I'm just waiting for them to dry. The lashes I used, I believe they are Kiss lashes in the name Splendor. I think the name of it is Splendor. Pop them lashes on, and then yeah, like period. Pop some bottom mascara on. I love this Huda Beauty mascara for bottom lashes. It's fire. And boom, she's a baddie. Period. Stop playing with her. Don't play with her, because she is not one of them, honey. Period. Blended to perfection. Like, stop. Like, come on now. Do these steps, y'all. I promise y'all, your makeup will last all night. You can go to the club, shake your beep, and sweat and everything. And once you come outside, that air hit your face. I promise you, your face will not move. It will go back to, like, yes. I'm telling you, I done wore full faces to clubs, and my makeup was still flawless when I left. Do these steps. Get the Makeup Revolution Morphe Sports Fix Spray. Cop that. I'm telling y'all, you will not be disappointed. Do these steps and your makeup will be flawless every single time. I got y'all. Peace out. I love y'all. Remember to please guys, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. I will be uploading more and more content. Please, in the comment sections, let me know what kind of videos you want to see, any makeup tips you want to see. Just let me know. I'm here for y'all. I want to do whatever I can do to help everybody in their makeup journey, because we in this together. I got y'all. Peace. I love y'all. God bless.